Hi everyone. I suppose you're here for the briefing on the Bachelor of Environmental Studies, Environmental Science curriculum. And we'll wait for maybe one more minute before we start. Okay, I suppose those of you who want to be here are here already. Welcome to the Bachelor of Environmental Studies. I hope I might have seen some of you during the orientation, but if not, welcome. And I hope the next 4 years will be a fruitful one for you. We have several ways in which you can seek help, get guidance, and this is one of them. But throughout the 4 years, we will be here to support you in your curriculum. So I'll just give you a very brief overview of the curriculum, as well as people whom you could contact if you have any questions. Okay, and feel free to ask questions along the way. You can type your questions on the chat, but I will at certain points I will probably stop and then get you to if you have any questions, right? So let's go. All right, so we have four uh, sort of BS directors, right? I am Wang Danwei, and I am the assistant director. The other assistant director is Dr. Gretchen Kaufman. She is from Geography, Department of Geography and Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. I'm from the Department of Biological Sciences and the Lee Kong Chian Natural History Museum at Faculty of Science. Our director is Associate Professor Peter Todd. He is from the Department of Biological Sciences and also the director of the Tropical Marine Science Institute. He's at the Faculty of Science. And Dr. Susan Owen. Sue, he is the Deputy Director and he's from Department of Geography in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. Right, so uh, together with four of us, we have lecturers whom you will see more often. Dr. Susan Owen is one of the lecturers, so she's senior lecturer, and Dr. Chua Siu Chin also. You have probably seen her. She's senior lecturer. They'll be teaching many of the courses that are in your ENB in BS career. So you'll probably see both of them quite a lot. We have a teaching assistant, Ms. Hong Chong Yi. So she'll support many of the modules or many of the courses, including the field course. So you will see her around as well. And of course, our most wonderful Kin, Miss Kin, she is the senior executive of the Bachelor of Environmental Studies, the ENV help at nus.edu.sg, and any she's out sort of handling the help desk. So any questions you have for the about the curriculum, about B's, yes, in general, she will be the first one to respond, and she'll redirect questions to us if there are any. But she's also the most knowledgeable in terms of the curriculum. So throughout this talk, if you have any questions, sometimes I may not be able to answer, she'll be able to address them. But she just note that she will be able to address many of your queries. And so we might redirect our questions to ask to her as well. All right. So we are here to support you. So please make use of us. Don't be shy to ask questions. You can find us directly, email, call, or come to meet us in person. And the lecturers and directors will also be part of a mentorship program in which you will be assigned one of us to be mentors, and we are happy to meet with you to chat about your study plan, about your curriculum, and so on. All right. So just very briefly, we'll go over some general understanding of the NUS course system, especially for those of you who have left school a while ago, and you may not have been through a modular or a course system, right? So a course is a unit of study. So for instance, you will be taking ENV 1101, Environmental Studies, and that would be a course, right? They all have a unique, each of them have a unique course code. So ENV 101, LSM, so and so, or GE, so and so. this will be the majority of the courses that you will be taking. So LSM courses, GE courses, and EMB courses. And the three-letter prefix in this case, sometimes it's two-letter, they denote the discipline, and usually is the department that is that or the program that is sort of offering the course. So EMV is offered by BES, LSN offered by Life Sciences program, GE is by Geography. The first digit of the number indicates, so EMV1 means it's a level 1 course. If it's EMV2, level 2 course. Usually courses are tagged at about or tagged at 4 units, right? So a unit is about 2.5 hours of study and preparation. Of course, this varies, but generally this is a guideline that lecturers, coordinators have abide by, right? And this is a guidance for students to on the amount of time you tend to spend per week, right? For your courses. Of course, certain courses will have what we call prerequisites. This is the base of knowledge on which the subject matter is built on. So it can be in a form of your A levels. It can be a form of courses in NUS. But these are basically specified requirements that you must already have before you register for the course. Then there are preclusions, and these are basically courses that have similar emphasis. They cannot be taken together with the particular course, right? There are some preclusions that you may come across throughout your in BES. So especially LSM courses may preclude those who are in BES through EMV. For instance, if you're taking certain EMV courses, you may not be able to take certain LSM courses, right? So that's just an overview of the NUS course system. Overall, it's important to note that any major that you go into as a honors program, right, you will need to fulfill 160 units. So if you take only all of your courses are all 4 units, right, each, then basically you'll be taking 40 courses, right? But some vary, some have 8 units, some have maybe even 5 units, so you have to work that out. All right. But for BES is an XDP, so graduation requirements is 160 units in total. Overall, there are 3 types of requirements, right? At the university level, you have university level requirements, you have program requirements, and you have unrestricted electives. Unrestricted electives are basically any course that you take that do not fall within those university or program requirements, and you also get credit for that, and that goes towards fulfilling your graduation requirements. If you're in CHS, which we all are now, right, your university requirements is basically your CHS common curriculum, right? So there will be a bit of this later on, but the CHS common curriculum comprises 10 courses that you will take in CHS, in which this all will fulfill your university level requirement, right? We'll talk a little bit about this later on. Program requirements would be the majority of courses that are taken to fulfill your major, right? And 88 units would be courses that you take that are relevant, directly relevant to your major, in this case BES, and then unrestricted electives would be everything else. Okay, so just go over the CHS common curriculum courses, right? So your 40 units, which will be 10 courses, will come from this, right? There are several of them are pre-allocated to you, and we'll talk about those as well. But throughout your 4 years, you will take these 10 courses, all right? And these will form your foundation and your university level requirements. Then we move on to program requirements. Basically, program requirements, you can break them down into 2 types. You have the integrated core courses, and then you have the common core courses, right? Integrated core courses, together you have 36 units. Program or the common core courses is 52. So 36 plus the other 52 is 88, right? 88, basically the magic number is 88 units comprise your program level requirements. Okay, so these are the courses. In integrated core courses, most of them are you have to take them, right? You have to pass all of these, okay? EMV 1101, 2102, 2103. These are the EMV courses taught by BS lecturers, for most of the BS lecturers, okay? There are some options you can take. So you have to pass two of the following options. So you have a few courses that are put in this basket, including the UROPS, so the undergraduate research opportunities program, either UROPS in geography or UROPS in science, life science, or environmental studies. Okay, so there are a lot of options for research. Or UROPS is basically a research program, right? You can take up to 8 units for a research project, but only 4 of these units that is read at level 3000 will be counted towards your integrated core course. Okay, so just take note that you can do research, but only 4 units of those will be taken to fulfill your integrated core course. Then we have a few courses. We have our BES few course, EMV 3102. We have been going to Malaysia for the few course, but you can also substitute this with another course from taught by another department or program, and if there's space right on that side, but there are some sort of restrictions, right? So it needs to be interdisciplinary, right? So the alternate field course can be read at 2000 to 4000. They must be at least 10 days in length. So all these you have to consider, but the following courses are already uh, sort of pre-approved, right? So if you take any of these, they can substitute EMV 3102. Okay, so remember that this EMB 3102, you have to take this, but you can substitute with another interdisciplinary field course uh, as required. And then another integrated core course will be at level 4. You have one integrated core course. This is the final EMV course you will take with your classmates, all right? With your BES classmates. Okay. We just finished this before I try to start taking questions. Then you're apart from the integrated core, you have common core. So common core, you get a lot more options. Basically, these are more advanced courses that are tailored towards environmental studies, right? So the first two on the list are you have to take them, right? This is a sort of introduction to, or more advanced introduction to geography, to Earth systems, and so on. And then for data analysis, this is another LSM 3257, Applied Data Analysis in Ecology and Evolution. You have to take these two. And then following that, you have to pass 8 courses, right? And they are in this format or in this sort of configuration. Okay, you have one level 2 LSM, two level 2, 3 LSM, one level 4 LSM, and the same for GE. So basically, you have the same requirements on the life sciences side as you have on the geography side. Together, you get 8 courses, and that's for a total of 32 units. All right, so this is the list. On the left, you have the ELSM. On the right, you have the GE. So if you look at across LSM and GE, lots of options to fulfill these 8 courses. Okay. Just note that some of you will go for exchange program, SEP, student exchange program, and during the exchange program, you can count two exchange courses towards BS major requirements. One of those can be counted towards the core course, so one of these can be substituted with the exchange program course. The other will count towards what we call the EMB recognized course. And I'll get to that in a bit. Right? So this is your uh, common core, which you can choose from this list. One of these can be an exchange fulfilled during your exchange program, right? Apart from all of these core courses, you have to pass one EMV recognized course, and that's what we talked about just now, which is your exchange. You can substitute an exchange. You can use one of those exchange program courses to substitute any one of these. You just have to take one of these, right? And you can use exchange course to substitute this. Apart from all of these courses, there are a requirement at level 4000 to do research, right? And so you can either take 4288, which is a research program in life sciences, where you will be sort of based in a lab. You will, test a hypothesis, collect data, and write a report and present your your project. You can do it at LSM, at Life Sciences, or you can do it at Geography, right? And it's an honors thesis. If you do not want to do any of these research courses, you can substitute with two common core courses. So but it will be at level 4,000, right? LSM 42 or GE 42 for something, all right? So basically, your common core, right, will be all of these, some required courses, but a lot of options, plus some research or even more courses, and then one ENV recognized course. So all these total up to 52, right? So if you go back to this, so total up to 52, and you add 52 to your integrated core courses, that's 88. So all these two uh, groups of courses form your program level requirements. That's apart from your CHS Common Core Curriculum courses. Okay. At this point, maybe I will stop a while. Maybe if you have any questions, I'll take questions. Let me see if we can see. Uh, yeah, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask. At this point, any questions at all? Okay, if not, then let me continue. Uh, Okay, so this is an example study plan, right? This will be made available to you, so do not worry. But essentially, you take a mix of the courses that are of integrated core, some common core, but in your first year, many of the courses are from the CHS common curriculum, right? University level requirements. In your second year, the same but less of the CHS courses. This is when you can do your internships during the summer, especially. And then in year three, most of your courses will be Common Core, right? And this is when you will take on the ENV 3102 field course as well. And then level four, it is your final ENV 4101 course. And then can do your research project as well. Okay, so this is a sort of an example study plan that will get you to your 160 units. Okay, but there are of course a few variations of this, and we can discuss with us as well. Okay, just to sort of reiterate certain points about Europe's as well as the internship program. So Europe's, you can do it at level 2 or level 3,000. Okay. Uh, if you read a 1 year Europe's, usually a 1 semester Europe will be 4 units. If it's 2 semesters, 8 units. Only 4 units of that taken at level 3,000 will count towards your integrated core course. All right. And then ENV 32028 is your environmental studies internship program. You read it over the summer usually. You apply for the internship. We have a curated list, but you can also self find one. Okay, but most of our students use our curated list. The announcements will be sent out in November, December for the next summer's um, internships. Just to note that these 10 courses form your CHS uh, requirements or university level requirements. Those in asterisks are pre-allocated to you. Most of them will be pre-allocated in your first year. Sometimes they might be allocated to you in your second year, right? So, but majority of these are pre-allocated to you. Okay. If you come from any of the other programs in USP or UTCP, there are requirements that will also be taken away, or rather, they will have other courses that will substitute. So, for instance, if you're in USP, then majority of the courses you take you can set it sort of fulfill your CHS requirements. Okay, so this is the list of courses. If you're only in BS, then you do not have to take writing and the two interdisciplinary modules. Okay, so just to take note that you are only allowed to take a maximum of 60 units of level 1,000 courses, right? They can be counted towards fulfillment of your graduation requirements. If you take more than 60 units, they will not be counted towards the number of units required for graduation, but they will still be included for your GPA computation. All right. If you come from polytechnics, the APCs, advanced placement credits, 20 units of those will not be counted towards the 60 unit restriction. Okay. Any questions so far on the BS curriculum before I move on to major minor requirements? Sorry, major and minor programs. Okay, so I have a question about what's the main difference between a level 2000 and 3000 Europe's? Okay, so this usually boils down to the prerequisites that's required. Often a supervisor is the one that decides whether it's level 2, level 2, level 3. If it's level 2, it means that you do not need most of the level 2 coursework for to start on the project. Whereas if they list it at level 3, then it's about perhaps they will require you to do certain lab courses at level 2, LSM courses at level 2, or they require you to have more experience. So that's about it. The academic rigor should be the same. The if it's a 4 unit course, it will always be the same 4 units. Whereas if it's over 2 semesters, is 8 units, right? So is more to do with the prerequisites. Okay, I answered the question. Okay, move on to other programs. So your minor, major, double degree programs. I'm sure you know this already, but you can do a minor which comprise 5 courses, and up to 2 of these 5 courses can be double counted with BES requirements. That means 2 courses can be in the BES requirement, and many minors do list either the LSM courses that you take or the GE courses that you take to be part of their minors, so that can overlap. However, 12 units that you take must be distinct from the BES program requirements. And that means they cannot be in the list of courses listed under for instance, the common core that we have for BES. Okay, so these 12 units must be distinct from your BES program requirements. Okay, you can declare your minors from year 1, sem 1 onwards. Right? There are some restricted minors, so you just need to take note of that. You have to apply to the host faculty or department and obtain approval. You cannot declare a minor beyond the 5th semester, right? So some of these, the information will be here. I suppose we'll make this information available to you as well over the course of the next few weeks. Okay. Second major are basically non-honors majors, right? That means for BES students, you have to take BES as your first major, and so your second major can be something else. Okay. Second major is basically double of a minor, so you need to do 10 courses, and up to 4 courses can be double counted, right? And 12 units must be level 3000 or above. Okay, so you must declare a second major after your first year of studies. So again, there's some overlap, right? You can take up to 4 courses that are also present in the BS requirements, but the rest must be distinct from the BS requirements, and at least 12 units must be level 3000 and above. Okay, and again, you're not allowed to declare a second major beyond the 5th semester. Double degree program is slightly different. It basically consists of 2 separate degrees from 2 discipline areas. BES again must be pursued as a first degree, right? So you will have honors in both degrees, but BES must be the first degree. So BES is not under the specially designed double degree program, so you need to design your own. So if you want to take on a separate degree, rather take on an additional degree, you need to meet these conditions. You need a minimum GPA of 4 after completing 60 to 80 units. You must be able to complete your study within 5 years, right? And the curriculum of the second degree and BS cannot overlap by more than a third. This one has very specific requirements, so if you have any questions, please direct them to the program office. Especially you need to seek approval by Prof. Todd or Dr. Susan Owen. Okay, followed by approval from the home faculty that's offering the second degree. Right. Any questions at all about minors and majors, second majors and second degree? Okay, move on to grades. Just very briefly, talk to you about, I think you have been briefed about the grades and the grading system. But you can SU, that means declare a satisfactory, unsatisfactory for up to 32 units for courses right in the first year, including the first two regular semesters and the first year special term, right? So you can choose. So basically, you will be given your grade, and then you can choose whether to SU or not, right? It's really intended to encourage you to pursue your intellectual interests without having to worry too much about uh, your grades affecting your GPA. Okay. The XU declaration is done after the release of examination results. Okay, so they will be announced to you each semester. Right, so if you don't fully utilize the 32 units, you can opt to SU later on in the subsequent semester up to 12 units. Okay, this is for diploma polytechnic holders, sorry, polytechnic diploma holders. So you may be granted APCs up to a maximum of 40 units, but only 20 units can be used for program requirements. Sorry. So you can use up to 20 units only for unrestricted elective courses, right? So out of your all of your UEs, you can use your APCs up to 20 units only for UEs. Okay. Um, so you can only they're tagged at level 1000. Okay. So you can only take away the this requirement if you're taking for level 1000 courses. You're granted 20 units, but if you opt to give up these 20 units, you can SU more, right? So just as an example, the next slide gives you an example. So this is your number of SU you can opt to have, right? So if you exercise all, you can exercise all 20 units for SU, but if you give up your APCs, you can SU more, right? Up to 32 units. Now, if you have any questions at all about the SUs and APCs, you can feel free to let us know. Right. These are the details of the SU declaration. You'll be assigned S if it's grade D or above, U if it's grade D lower than grade D. Right. You will not receive credit towards the degree if it's a U grade or unsatisfactory grade. If it's an essential course, you will need to reread the course again. Okay. Okay, so workload, there's a limit of up to 23 units for your year one, sem one. Okay, how much you take really depends on whether you have bridging course to take, you have your ES 1000 to take, and so on. But students who are enrolled in special programs, you get more unit, you have higher workload that you can take up to, right? Bridging courses. So we have one LSM 3101, which are exempted if you have read H2 biology and obtained a grade D and above, and you have read biology for the IB program. Okay. So only polytechnic students who possess diplomas accredited by BS are allowed for admission. So you will know if you already have this requirement whether you need to take LSM 1301 or not. QET is the qualifying English tests. So these are the sort of what the requirements you need to do. ES 1103 or ES 1101, ES 1000. Okay, so you'll be given if you have taken your QET, you'll be given a band and then you'll be required to take certain courses. All right. All BS students will be pre-accredited ENB 2302. If you have not taken QET, then you will have to read the ES courses first, which is a prerequisite for ENB 2302. Right, so this is sort of a schematic of what you will be taking per each semester if you have to take the QET. Okay. Again, this is again schematic of what do you need. If you are required to take bridging course, then and if you have to take ES 1000 or 1103, then these are the semesters in which you have to take certain courses. Okay, these are the courses which will be pre-allocated to you. Okay, and some of the lecture tutorial selection exercises. Okay, so these are some resources for you. You have NUS mods to simulate your timetable. You have to submit your academic declaration plan. All right. And round one of registration begins in 21st July in a couple of weeks' time. So please refer to this for full schedule. Other matters, so I think this is just to remind you that your matriculation number is unique. It is not the number that is in your NUS student email address. So your email address starts with an E something, and your metric number starts with a capital A, and that's not associated with email address. Okay, so we're using course information is through Canvas. All right. So make sure you check your email regularly because there are updates on course registration and other administrative matters. All right. So this ENV helpline, help email, please use your NUS account when you email this the program office, state your name and matriculation number. Okay, these are sort of curated thoughts from the program. Just be reminded that you are a university student, right? Lecturers will not spoon feed you. Even in terms of administrative details of the curriculum, please read up for yourself. You must work out for yourself what you need to do to graduate. Push yourselves, manage your time well, do not plagiarize. There are differing requirements in terms of use of AI. There is a general policy on AI for NUS, but for specific courses, please seek your lecturer's approval if you are or guidance on use of AI and other tools. Right? Don't be afraid to ask for advice. And again, we are open for discussion, for questions. So please come look for us. If you're interested in computing, there is a minor in computer science offered by computing, but we have now an in-house in FOS that integrates cross-disciplinary expertise in FOS from School of Computing with computing expertise from School of Computing. So if you're interested in applying computing and to integrate the knowledge with applications in your respective discipline, in this case, environmental studies, you can opt to do this, right? So it's open only to you, right? And you must not be taking a second major minor in computer science, okay? These are some of the minimum requirements. These are some of the courses, and just they are very similar to the other computing minor, but the elective courses are tailored towards the sciences, right? So you can check out the details online as well. Okay, so that's all the information we have curated for you today. Right now, we have maybe if you have any questions, you can hang around. We'll be here to answer questions, or you can email us, you can email envhelp@nus.edu.sg as well. All right. So, any questions, either on the chat or you can ask on person? Okay, if not, we'll just hang around for a short while. Kin, is that all right? Anything you want to add, Kin?
No, I think. Oh, wait, we have a question.
Yes, so
Details of mentorship. Mm,
So the mentorship program, you'll be assigned your mentors, I think, within the first week of maybe week 0, week 1.
mhm.
Then we will meet with you. There are 4 or 5 of us that you will get a bunch of you. You will have someone to contact and the meeting will be set up for you. So the first meeting with our mentors, you will be assigned and you will have about half an hour with the mentor, but later on you can meet with the mentors as and when as needed. Okay, so that's the mentorship program. Thanks for the question. Any other questions? Okay, if not, thank you very much for joining us today. Please proceed to, I don't know if you have other talks. If there are, then please go. But if you have any questions, you can check with us right now. Is
Oh,
that recording? Yeah, I think we.
we are recording this. I believe the faculty should be sharing it with you at a later date, so they're consolidating all the recordings from everything that's happening today. So yeah, should be up there somewhere. They'll probably email you about it. Yeah.
Right. I'll see you around, guys. And please don't be shy to come ask us questions. And all the best for your stint at NUS. I'm sure it'll be a fruitful time for you. Take care, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.